can do live betting, same-game parlays, player props. If you're betting on the NFL, you can do first-time TD score, anytime TD score. It's all there for you. On DraftKings, only with promo code KSR. Again, sign up. Bet 5. Your bet hits, you get $200 in bonus bets. The crown is yours. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER. 18 plus. Kentucky only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms for responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Thank you, Shannon T. Dude. Drew Franklin here. We're joined now by KSR's own Stephen Peak. Before we get to his best friend, Will Stein, we do want to get to your take on the basketball game. You were there last night at Rupp Arena. You've covered the Cats now for several years.
He slept less than us somehow.
Which you said you got 4 hours sleep last night?
I got about 4 hours, yeah. I stayed up a little bit going through some film, I don't know why.
Why would you want to rehash that last night?
Oh, because I was coming on here. I wanted to be able to see some parts of the game. But, yeah, it was not a good night, Brian. I'm not feeling too good today. Feeling too good about the rest of the season. But, am I crazy for thinking maybe they can win the next 3 non-conference games? I'm crazy, right?
No, they can. They can. That's
right.
the optimism we need. I was being too negative. You stick with that.
All right.
You're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
We'll be down there together.
They've done well when I go to Nashville, usually.
How's that?
Yeah.
You don't want to answer that.
What was the question? Sorry.
Yeah, how do they do in Nashville when you're there?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, we haven't been to the weekend of the SEC tournament
It's true.
in 5 years, so it can't be doing that well.
No, and they lost to Vanderbilt last time I was there in football and in basketball. So.
Well, obviously, the big talking point today is the 10-minute drought where they could not get a field goal. They finished the game 2 of 16 from the field. What went wrong?
Well, I'll just say this. We are shooting 27% from 3 against teams with a pulse. It was our fears going into the season, right? We didn't sign the shooters that we went after. Colin Chandler's your best three-point shooter right now. He's your best shooter. How many threes did he take last night? 2. 0 for 2.
Yeah, 0 for 2.
It's all of our fears coming to fruition. This team, to me, right now, it feels like 2022-23 again. It feels like you got this one of the stars back, a potential player of the year in Otega Oweh, much like with Oscar, and then I don't know, man. Like I think the biggest non-conference win they got there was Michigan, and it feels like I'm reliving that one. I feel like I'm reliving a lot of UK seasons here lately. I mean, just injuries piling up. When will Kentucky be dominant again? Like that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not asking for it every single season, but I need it. I need Kentucky to be one of the top 4 or 5 teams again. Like that's Kentucky basketball. And I'm feeling like right now the standard over the last 11 years is that we could be really good, but we're not really ever great. And I'm getting kind of tired of that.
You're not wrong. You mentioned how they had Oscar that year. I'm not trying to say this is Oscar, but one more bright spot is thank God Malachi Marino has turned into something this freshman year. I did not expect him to play that much. Honestly, I watched him at a high school game, and he looked good, but he was still very thin, and I just wondered how that would translate to college. But my God, what would they look like if he wasn't playing the way he's been playing? Because he's been pretty steady, especially since taking over in the starting 5. He was the only one that wanted to rebound last night, and then as we mentioned the first hour, made those 2 big free throws that I was hoping would be a little more meaningful than they ended up being. But thank God he's playing well. I mean, they at least have a post presence in there, one of them, while waiting for Quaintance to get healthy.
And we mentioned this, Pope ran with him, those 5 guys, most of the second half. Yelovich, Marino, Chandler, Otega, and Aberdeen. He ran with those guys. Trent, Cam, Brandon Garrison did not play second half or played very little.
We need more Yelovich. I know in practice he keeps messing up and Pope makes him run stairs. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Put him in the damn game. Like we saw last night how he could guard Caleb Wilson.
That was one of the highlights of the game.
That's one of the toughest matchups we'll see this year. I mean, that kid's legit. We saw that fancy turnaround he had late. I mean, he can do some special things. And for the most part, Yelovich guarded him really well. He'll rebound. Still didn't hit.
So you're telling me that the AI that's meant to make everyone's job easier to manage just adds more to manage on top of the thousands of apps the IT department already manages? Funny how that works. Any business can add AI. IBM helps you scale and manage AI to change how you do business. Let's create smarter business. IBM.
This is Rob Gronkowski from Dudes on Dudes with Gronk and Jules. For the second season in a row, I partnered with T-Mobile's Friday Night 5G Lights, powering up hometown football across America. This year, T-Mobile invested over $4 million in prizes to help schools take their Friday nights to the next level. Now it's time to crown our $1 million grand prize winner. A huge congrats to Derrick's High School in Derrick's, Arkansas, home of the Outlaws and your 2025 T-Mobile Friday Night 5G Lights champion. They scored a home field upgrade, Gronk Fitness weight room, a 2026 tailgate party, and an all-expense paid trip to the SEC championship game. To every school that competed, posted, and rallied your communities, thank you. And a big thanks to T-Mobile for making it all possible and helping communities shine under the Friday night lights. This season may be over, but the story isn't. Stay tuned for season 3 in 2026.
Hey, I'm Lindsay. Hidradenitis suppurativa, HS, caused bumps and abscesses that made me feel embarrassed. I talked to my dermatologist and started a treatment that works for me, Cosentyx. I found relief.
Cosentyx secukinumab is prescribed for adults with moderate to severe hidradenitis suppurativa, HS. Don't use if allergic to Cosentyx. Get checked for TB before starting. Increased risk of infections and lowered ability to fight them may occur, like TB or other serious bacterial, fungal, or viral infections. Some are fatal. Tell your doctor if you have an infection or symptoms like fevers, sweats, chills, muscle aches, or cough, had a vaccine or plan to, or if IBD symptoms develop or worsen. Serious allergic reactions and severe eczema-like skin reactions may occur. Learn more at 1-844-COSENTYX or Cosentyx.com.
You're stronger than HS. Ask your dermatologist about Cosentyx.
With holiday chaos around every corner, the minute you step into your BMW, you're in control. The BMW X3's adventure-ready agility is built for wherever the holidays take you. The effortless power of the X5 makes it easy to take on the season, and the iconic 3 Series is an exhilarating escape. The BMW Road Home Sales Event on now. BMW, the ultimate driving machine. Hurry in for exceptional offers through January 2nd.
Looking for a mortgage bank to help you make your next major mortgage move? Whether it's a refi or a home purchase, regardless of whether it's your first one or one of many, consider our friends at Stockton Mortgage. But don't just take our word for it. Stockton Mortgage has over 70,000 five-star reviews and counting. Just like this review from Joshua, who says this about his experience with Stockton. They were super professional, always answered my questions I had, and streamlined the process. I could not ask for better people to help me and my family get our first house. I feel blessed to be able to go through them. Be like Joshua or the 69,999 others just like him and get started with Stockton Mortgage today by going to Stockton.com and get started. I've even used Stockton Mortgage myself on my own home loan. For your home loan needs, Stockton.com and click Get Started. Stockton Mortgage, NMLS 8259 Equal Housing Lender, NMLSConsumerAccess.org.
Welcome to Hour 2 of Kentucky Sports Radio, presented by Stockton Mortgage. Now, here's Matt Jones.
All right, welcome back. Hour number 2, Kentucky Sports Radio. We are live at KS Bar and Grill. The doors are open now. Folks are coming in to get the dollar wings on Wings Day here, as we're kind of all licking our wounds following last night's butt whooping. Well, it wasn't really a butt whooping. They just played horrible. Just a bad effort, bad performance by your Kentucky Wildcats, losing 67-64 to North Carolina. Who's this segment sponsored by? Shannon T. Dude.
Our friends at DraftKings. You can go on DraftKings and use the promo code KSR. You bet $5. If your bet hits, you're going to get $200 in bonus bets. You can do live betting, same game parlays, player props. If you're betting on the NFL, you can do first time TD score, anytime TD score. It's all there for you on DraftKings. Only with promo code KSR. Again, sign up, bet $5. Your bet hits, you get $200 in bonus bets. The crown is yours. If you have a gambling problem, call 1-800-GAMBLER, 18+, Kentucky only. Eligibility restrictions apply. Bet must win to receive bonus bets, which expire in 7 days. Minimum odds required. For additional terms for responsible gaming resources, see dkng.co/audio. Limited time offer.
Thank you, Shannon T. Dude. Drew Franklin here. We're joined now by KSR's own Stephen Peak. Before we get to his best friend, Will Stein, we do want to get to your take on the basketball game. You were there last night at Rupp Arena. You've covered the Cats now for several years.
He slept less than us somehow.
What you said? You got 4 hours sleep last night?
I got about 4 hours, yeah. I stayed up a little bit going through some film, I don't know why.
Why would you want to rehash that last night?
Oh, because I was coming on here. I wanted to be able to see some parts of the game. But, yeah, it was not a good night, Ryan. I'm not feeling too good today. Feeling too good about the rest of the season. But, am I crazy for thinking maybe they can win the next 3 non-conference games? I'm crazy, right?
No, they can. They
okay.
can.
All
That's
right.
the optimism we need. I was being too negative. You stick with that.
All right.
You're going to Nashville.
Yeah.
We'll be down there together.
They've done well when I go to Nashville, usually.
How's that? Do
Yeah.
you not want to answer that?
What was the question? Sorry.
How do they do in Nashville when you're there?
I don't know, man. I don't know.
Well, we haven't been to the weekend of the SEC tournament in 5 years, so it can't be doing that well.
No, and they lost to Vanderbilt last time I was there in football and in basketball. So,
well, obviously the big talking point today is the 10-minute drought where they could not get a field goal. They finished the game 2 of 16 from the field. What went wrong?
Well, I'll just say this: we are shooting 27% from 3 against teams with a pulse. It was our fears going into the season, right? We didn't sign the shooters that we went after. Colin Chandler's your best 3-point shooter right now. He's your best shooter. How many threes did he take last night? 2?
Took
0 for
2
2?
threes. Yeah, 0 for 2.
It's all of our fears coming to fruition. This team, to me, right now, it feels like 2022-23 again. It feels like you got this one of the stars back, a potential player of the year in Otega-Oweh, much like with Oscar, and then I don't know, man. Like I think the biggest non-conference win they got there was Michigan, and it feels like I'm reliving that one. I feel like I'm reliving a lot of UK seasons here lately. I mean, just injuries piling up. When will Kentucky be dominant again? Like that's what I'm waiting for. I'm not asking for it every single season, but I need it. I need Kentucky to be one of the top 4 or 5 teams again. Like that's Kentucky basketball, and I'm feeling like right now the standard over the last 11 years is that we could be really good, but we're not really ever great, and I'm getting kind of tired of that.
You're not wrong. You mentioned how they had Oscar that year, and I'm not trying to say this is Oscar, but one more bright spot is thank God Malachi Marino has turned into something his freshman
You're
year.
right.
I did not expect him to play that much, honestly. I watched him at a high school game, and he looked good, but he was still very thin, and I just wondered how that would translate to college. But my God, what would they look like if he wasn't playing the way he's been playing, because he's been pretty steady, especially since taking over in the starting 5. He was the only one that wanted to rebound last night, and then as we mentioned the first hour, made those 2 big free throws that I was hoping would be a little more meaningful than they ended up being. But thank God he's playing well. I mean, they at least have a post presence in there, one of them, while waiting for Quaintance to get healthy.
And we mentioned this, Pope ran with him, those 5 guys, most of the second half. Yelovich, Marino, Chandler, Otega, and Aberdeen. He ran with those guys. Trent, Cam, Brandon Garrison did not play second half or played very little.
We need more Yelovich. I know in practice he keeps messing up and Pope makes him run stairs. Okay, that's fine. Whatever. Put him in the damn game. Like we saw last night how he could guard Caleb Wilson.
That was one of the highlights of the game.
That's one of the toughest matchups we'll see this year. I mean, that kid's legit. We saw that fancy turnaround he had late. I mean, he can do some special things. And for the most part, Yelovich guarded him really well. He'll rebound. Still isn't hitting the outside shot, but I think it's in him. Maybe if he gets out there and gets comfortable, gets more minutes. So I know everybody wants Diabate back, and that's a weird situation itself. But I'm like, just put Yelovich in. More of him, please.
So another analogy I came up with, I felt like when during that stretch, they started playing like they were behind. They actually had the lead, but they were playing like they were behind, coming down, rushing shots, early in the shot clock, taking a bad shot. Do you agree with that or not?
Yeah. I mean, this looks like I said, that 2022-23 team where it's just kind of like 5 guys playing pickup ball out there. I went back last night and watched that video, the video that kind of sold me on Mark Pope, that YouTube video from Hoops Vision where it shows that Kentucky, or it shows BYU flying down the court, 1-2 pass and pulling from 3. This is not the offense that I was sold. Like the offense I've been seeing in some of these games is not, and I will grant you, like it will look different when Jalen Lowe's out there. But I was told after the Michigan State game that you can't build this around one player. So it feels like we kind of did.
You're right,
and that's frustrating.
And after last year, when you saw what happens when your guard gets hurt, I mean, you never should have just had one ball handler to begin with. I mean, we don't want the injury to happen, but after you just saw it last year, the team should be built better to handle it, especially with the investment made and all the advantages Kentucky has to just be like, well, our guard's hurt. I guess that's it. I mean, that shouldn't be how it goes.
Shannon, is it as simple as that? They built this team around Jalen?
Waiting on the final couch grid.
Don't do that. I have no idea what I'm doing.
Catch the 9 car. Catch the 16 car. Catch the 15 car. Get ready.
I'm sorry.
The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Inside. Stay high. 39.329. Stay high. There's the car on the low side. All clear, all clear. Got one inside. Stay high. Clear low, clear low. .129. All right, man. Caution is out. Caution is out. Line up single file. Pit road is closed. Past the 22. Past the. Let the 11 car by.
Back to Boyden 17. Thank you for not picking me out.
Oh, he was going to be your leader, your point guard, and now with him out, they've just been in a spiral that it can't recover from.
I think that's a lot of it, but at the same time, we also heard about how deep this team is, and we're not seeing it right now. You know, like the lineup last night that they put out there, I don't have any confidence that if that's the line we have to stick with for the rest of the season, I do not have very much optimism at all moving forward. So they've got to get healthy.
The other big stat last night, Stephen, 20 offensive rebounds for North Carolina, 22 second chance points.
Yeah, and that's where Mo Diabate helps, right? I mean, that's where you'd like to have had him. But it, you know, and JQ obviously, but those two guys don't really fix for me what is my biggest concern, because I thought, like, defensively, I mean, Kentucky played all right. They held him to 67 points. I think that if you hold him to 67, regardless of how many offensive rebounds, now, I mean, when you only get 13 threes off, I guess you could contribute some of that to they stole 20 possessions from Kentucky, or just, you know, from getting the offensive boards. But I've been concerned about the shooting since the summer, and I don't know. I just feel like, I know you guys have talked about it, but it felt like maybe an overcorrection happened in the roster construction, or you just missed on the guys, so it kind of just ended up being this way. But I felt like last year's team you take out the injuries, they're a top 5 to 8 team. Am I wrong?
No, not at all. Thinking back at last year's team, I miss Amari just passing it to Cutters and how much motion was in there. Even when they were hurt, they would still move on offense and looked like the way Pope wants to play. This team just gets stuck, and the ball gets stuck, and they just start looking at each other, and that is not at all what Mark Pope is why he's here. That's supposed to be the advantage, not a disadvantage on offense.
You know, you're as big a football fan as any of us, but we brought you here for one reason. William Stein's like your best friend, your childhood best friend. You guys
they still sleep in bunk beds.
No, we told the story in the pregame show. You and William Stein played on a baseball team when you were 16 years old together, the Louisville Lumbers.
Louisville Lumber, yeah.
And you wore the jersey last night to the game.
Yes.
Did you show it to Will Stein?
Yeah, I was actually walking over to the student section and looked in front of me and heard somebody say, "Hey, Steve." And so my dad's name is Steve Peak, so Will's going to call me Steve. But when I had to apply for jobs later on, it got real confusing. Apparently, I was trying to get money out of the bank or something like that, and so they had to put Steven. So now I'll go by Steven. But I was going by Steve in high school. So I hear that, and I showed him the jersey, and I got that on video, put it on my Twitter. It was pretty cool.
Did you ever think your childhood friend and teammate would, it's already weird that he's 36 years old?
Yes.
I've never felt older than being old than the coach that I cheer for, of the team that I cheer for. But what's your brain, you go to these press conferences, you've been going to Stoops and Cal and Pope and you name it for years, and now you're going to be set up the tripod waiting for your Louisville Lumber shortstop to come out and do an interview.
It's so weird. I've had so many people text me and ask me the same thing. How
Get ready. The pace car is in. Green flag, green flag. Inside, 16.8, stay high. The lead is just did on 22.515, stay high. There's the car on the low side. Stay high. Stay high. Stay high. All clear, all clear. 32.873. Inside. Clear low, clear low. Got one inside. Still there. Clear low, clear low. 31.071. That was your fastest lap of the session. Got one outside. All clear, all clear. .049. That was your fastest lap of the session. Got one inside. Still there. All clear, all clear. .31.144. 31.252. Thirty-one point two nine three. The leader just did a 31.287. Thirty-one point four six one. Got one outside. Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high. Thirty-one point five eight five. Got one outside. Stay low. Still there? What's your line? Stay low, there's a car on the high side. You're clear high, clear high. Alright man, caution is out, caution is out. Line up single file. We've got big problems with the motor.
I think you lost a lot of power.
Pit road is closed.
We can't fix the damage. I'm afraid it's over.
It's a 19 car.
Yeah, he squeezed me a little too tight. All right, buddy, all my fault. You bet.
How strange is it that it's not even just somebody who's our age, it's somebody I grew up playing sports against and was on his team for a couple years. So yeah, it's going to be really, really weird. But I'm so excited. I'm excited for today. I need to hear Will say some inspiring stuff to pick me up. So hopefully he's gonna deliver it for.
You all obviously went your separate ways. He went and did all the football. You went to Murray out of high school. Probably hadn't stayed in touch a lot, but I mean, you know him and what he's like. What kind of guy are we getting with Will Stein?
Dude, he's like such a good guy. Like he is a really good person, but he's a competitor and a winner. Like wherever that dude goes, he wins. Like he was at Trinity, played quarterback for his senior season, led him to a state championship, had one of the biggest drives in Trinity football history, little play-action bootleg to tie the game, sent it to overtime, got the win there. So Kentucky's getting a really good guy and somebody who I fully believe in that he's going to take Kentucky football to a good place.
that emotion he showed last night when he was pumping him up, is that his personality, or
Yeah.
is that him just getting kind of caught up in Rupp Arena? Because that was the
that's
juice
him.
that he brought to Lexington.
No, that's Will. That's Will. That's the kind of guy you're going to get. I am interested because you all have seen the YouTube videos, him like kind of breaking down film.
Yeah, that's the nerdy side of him. I love the side we saw last night.
Yes, I think that's what I love. You're going to get both. You're going to get that excitement, and you're getting somebody very intelligent that's going to be able to break down stuff for us in post game. So maybe we'll learn. I think we're going to learn some stuff.
Love it. That you are your best friend as the head coach.
Best friend, childhood best friend. You guys shared a crib together, I think.
Yeah.
Louisville Lumber.
Louisville Lumber. All right, we're going to take our break. We'll go back to the phone line. If you have a call, we can talk basketball or football. Stephen Peak joins us from KSR. Drew Franklin, Shannon T. Dude, Ryan Lemon. We'll be right back. This is Kentucky Sports Radio.
Did you know Tide has been upgraded to provide an even better clean in cold water? Tide is specifically designed to fight any stain you throw at it, even in cold. Butter? Yep. Chocolate ice cream? Sure thing. Barbecue sauce? Tide's got you covered. You don't need to use warm water. Additionally, Tide Pods let you confidently fight tough stains with new ColdZyme technology. Just remember, if it's gotta be clean, it's gotta be Tide.
With so many options, why choose Arizona State University?
For me, the only online option was ASU because of the quality. Their faculty was really involved with their students and care about your personal journey. The dedication to my personal development from my professors, that's been extremely valuable to me.
Earn your degree from the nation's most innovative university. Online. That's a degree better. Explore more than 350 plus undergraduate, graduate, and certificate programs at asuonline.asu.edu.
Lines and Times with Spencer Graves on the iHeartRadio app is a podcast designed for hunters and fishermen to enjoy success.
I like the idea of like, hey, put me on a big deer, hey, there's a big deer out here, he's doing this, be looking for this deer. But I also love doing it on my own. I love going out there and saying, running my cameras. I love patterning a deer. I like showing up at the right time, checking the wind, knowing what stand I need to be in, and then whenever it all comes together and it happens, that's the most satisfying thing ever. So when you do it on your own, it's like I then can hang my hat. But if I had somebody say, hey, pull up on these dots and catch them right here, and you're going to win, and then when I go in, it's like, yeah, that's cool. I won the tournament. The ultimate goal is done. But it's like, dude, when you find them and you make them bite, that's the puzzle. I love it.
Listen to Lines and Times with Spencer Graves on the iHeartRadio app, Apple Podcasts, or wherever you get your podcasts.
Love is...
exhilarating and exciting.
Love is...
keeping things spicy.
Love is...
hot. So hot. Ooh.
Wait, are you eating a Penn Station buffalo chicken sub?
Well...
required
on there because we're
behind us. The holidays are full of hustle and bustle, Shannon, but UK Federal Credit Union believes in slowing down to find the joy in the season. So whether that's sharing a meal with friends, giving back to those in need, or embracing loved ones beneath the twinkling lights in whatever city you live in, these are the moments that remind us what the season is truly about. So y'all, with every smile, every laugh, every kind word, let's be the joy that Kentucky needs. Be the joy, Kentucky. UK Federal Credit Union, the official credit union of joy. Membership eligibility required, federally insured by NCUA.
You're so joyous and saying joy. Joy.
I need some joy in my life after last night. With the post-game show got over at 2 in the morning. You had to blog till 4 in the morning. Stephen, when did you get to bed?
My last text from Stephen was at like 3:45 a.m. Now, I'm not going to read it on the air because we're both a little upset, but we were firing off texts pretty late.
Well, I do want to read a tweet from one of our co-workers, Mr. Jack Pilgrim. He did the pregame show with us yesterday. He's as in tune with UK basketball as anybody. Got his finger on the pulse of what's going on with UK basketball. This was his tweet after the game last night. This is a season from hell for Mark Pope and the Kentucky Wildcats. Just an inexcusable product, no matter the injury situation, bad basketball team.
We did our rapid reaction pretty late in Rupp Arena, and Jack was pretty down then too. Was that tweet this morning or last night?
That was last night.
Okay,
yes.
I didn't know if he had slept it off, but yeah.
He had a new one this morning.
Okay.
Was this one this morning? Here, then the one this morning where he's got feeding the duds.
Yeah.
Kentucky's got an identity crisis with no immediate answers in sight. Is it time to shift expectations?
I don't.
How do you answer that question?
I mean, I feel the same way. We were all pretty down last night. Thought about kicking the Christmas tree at one point. I don't know. I'm excited for Nashville. I've been looking forward to this Nashville trip since it was announced. I bought tickets the moment you could buy tickets, taking vacation time. I'm not going to be yapping with you all. I'm not going to be writing, not going to be rapid reacting. I'm going as a fan, and I'm so excited. But on the inside, I'm dead. I'm like, please, I would love to be surprised, but like I'm still excited to go and get down there, but I just thought we would be looking much better than we are right now heading into that matchup.
So, Shannon, is it time to alter our expectations?
Maybe a little bit, because what did we all have? What were your expectations going into the season? How many losses did you think? We would have 6. What did most of us pick?
Yeah, 5, 6, or 7. I think we're right in there.
Because I think if that's the case, there's a good chance you got that going into the SEC.
I got tricked a little bit. Steven recorded my preseason predictions. Video, the whole thing.
Yes.
YouTube. He had a light and a microphone.
Oh, wow, professional.
But he asked me after the Purdue exhibition.
Uh-huh.
So I was in a great place.
Yeah.
I don't even remember what I said, but it was pretty.
Undefeated.
No, I don't think I did 40-0, but I'm pretty sure it was one non-conference loss. Absolute whiff on that prediction. But that's what mine was. I had high expectations just like everyone else. If you open my DraftKings account and go to Open Bets, there's Kentucky to win the national championship sitting right there. I got to look at it every day that I go to gamble. I know many people were saying Final Four or bust at one point about this team.
Mm-hmm.
Now I'm like, can we beat a team and then we'll go from there. We'll figure it out. Let's get one and then stack a couple and then set the expectations, which is just crazy to say in December with the opportunities they've already had.
So, Stephen, how do you answer Jack's question? Is it time to alter our expectations?
Yeah, I did that after the Michigan State game. I think when Mark Pope came out and did that press conference, to me, as upset as he was, I think that for me that was kind of telling that he may see some of the writing on the wall with this team and the limitations that it might have. Bartovic currently has us. He's pretty good at predicting stuff. He's not perfect, but Bartovic has Kentucky at 19-12 to finish the season. That's a 6th seed.
Oh, wow.
That would be kind of a nightmare scenario considering what the what are the expectations for Kentucky basketball always? I know we slightly moved the goalpost a little bit last year to give, it's a kind of a grace period, but I don't want to keep saying this, but I kind of miss last year's team a little bit. I miss a lot of the guys on the team. You brought up Amari. I kind of miss having a Jackson Robinson. Obviously a Kobe Bryant. So yeah, my expectations have changed. I still think now. What if we can get to SEC play January 1st to get Jalen Lowe and JQ back? We just reset things. We're 0-0. Let's try to win the SEC. We haven't done that since the world shut down. Maybe we can do that again. We haven't won the SEC tournament since 2018.
Can we just get to Saturday?
That'd be great.
Babe, we're doing baby steps.
Yeah, let's try to get.
We got the Friday last year. We need to get to at least Saturday this year.
It's such a sad conversation as a lifelong Kentucky fan.
But going into the season, we all thought, looking at this was the perfect roster. We were too deep at every position. We had loaded in the backcourt. What's happened?
Well, we assumed some guys, crazy for us to think that they would improve. I mean, whoops, that's my bad for expecting a returning player to get a little bit better and not go the other way.
Because that was Pope's mantra. Players take a big jump in the second year. That's not happened for a couple guys.
Yeah, Colin Chandler is the only one that I feel like has really taken that big step. Is there anybody else? I mean, I feel like Colin's just really the only one. And thank goodness he did. What would this team be if Colin Chandler didn't take that massive step, if he was still the guy averaging 2.7 points per game last year or whatever it was?
And Steven mentioned how Pope kind of talks like the writing's on the wall. I do feel like he's our leader, and sometimes I think he's more scared than I am.
Yeah.
It's like we're in Braveheart, and he's in the back of the line. Like, wait, you're the coach. You get up here and lead us, please, and stick your chest out and have some confidence. Sometimes I'm looking at him like, oh, no, what do you know? Because you're not exactly making me feel any better in how you're explaining this either.
I want to ask you guys, you were there last night. How was the crowd for his post-game crowd conference?
Worst that ever. I mean, part of it's almost 1 in the morning on a weeknight, so I don't blame them.
And you just lost.
But losing didn't help. That was the lowest we'll probably ever see.
Yeah.
A lot of that was very late at night.
I was surprised when we walked out from the player interviews and there was nobody there. I mean, it was almost 1 in the morning, so I kind of get it. But I think all the people in the media were like, never seen it like this.
If he were to win, I think maybe some people would tough it out just to show him some support. Like, all right, let's figure this out. But being a loss, no, everybody was quick to get on home.
Shannon, on the A-Vision Glass text machine, overwhelming disdain for Kentucky Joe's new song.
I know. I've been reading the comments, too. Maybe we shouldn't have doubled down and let them do both.
Amen.
Yeah.
All right, 859-280-2287. Who's our next caller?
Mike.
Mike, go ahead, Mike.
Hey, guys, I think I picked a bad time to stop drinking between last night and Kentucky Joe's song. But anyway, I was just going to say, sometimes I just don't understand
23.3
because last night I thought, everything went wrong on offense. But they had an obvious advantage with Yelovich down low, and you go 10 minutes without a bucket. Why not put him and Chandler on the same side and just let them play some two-man and get him a bucket, man? All we need is a bucket or two in that 10-minute stretch, and we win that game. And I know it was ugly, but it's better than a loss.
Appreciate it, man. And like Drew said earlier, a lot of those misses, we had good looks. They just couldn't knock them down. There was a three-pointer one time Yelovich shot from the wing. It was dead on, but it came up short, I think, because his legs, he was tired. He'd been playing so many minutes.
Yeah, can't be playing all those minutes now.
No, that talk is actually kind of annoying. Most teams play 7 or 8 guys, right? And how many guys did North Carolina play last night, like with a lot of minutes? Because I felt like how come they had
3 guys that played 35 or more?
So why weren't their legs given out?
I don't know.
Can't have an answer. I don't know.
Calipari, we had a quote a couple years ago where he said that doing the platoon system made it to where he couldn't recruit for a couple of years. Cal, not known for hyperbole, obviously, but you look at some of the guys you missed. Donovan Dent, I don't know how good he actually is, but somebody Kentucky wanted, I guess.
That was the first pick.
Plays over 30 minutes. You had Lamar Wilkerson. How many minutes is he averaging, Drew? 30?
Over 30. Also, don't look up his three-point shooting statistics.
He's shooting lights out.
Yeah, so that's
it's
good.
best for our mental state if we just don't look that up.
And he's coming to Rupp Arena in a week or so.
Yeah, and so you look at the guys you're missing out on, and those are the guys that are playing. Caleb Wilson, I think, playing over 30 minutes a game. Now, Kentucky did have 4 guys that played over 30 minutes, but that's because you have 3 starters hurt. How is this happening? How am I still reliving Kentucky basketball seasons with all these injuries? I'll say it again, 13 injuries in 13 months of the Mark Pope era. I'm losing my mind over here.
Do you include Quaintons on that? Because I don't give him Quaintons. Quaintons was already hurt.
No, I did.
I
I
don't think we can throw that one. Low and whatever going on with the
we've experienced 13 injuries in 13 months.
Okay, because, he built the roster with a guy with a torn ACL. I'm still for it, and I think it'll work out. I think it'll be good, but I don't count that one as much as holding this team back because – you knew when you first called the guy how that would play out.
Let's get another call, Shannon. Who we got?
Crease.
Go ahead, Crease.
Hey, guys. I really am just disgusted with the state of the program, and I really just think Pope's in over his head with his job, and I know we're probably stuck with him next year. The guy can't recruit, and we're quickly slipping into any Indiana territory, in my opinion, as a program, and it's just disgusting.
Appreciate it, Crease. There's started some rumblings. They're seeing it on social media, people questioning now, is Pope the guy? The honeymoon, I think, is definitely over because some of the fans are already starting to sour a little bit. How much credit do you give him and how much credit do you not give him at this point?
I also keep thinking he came here, he's the one, I'm here to win championships. Criticize me. I know the standard. We're not moving the standard. And now it's we are way off course here if that's the game plan.
It will help him if he's able to land one of the top recruits. That's still a big knock on him yet. He hasn't checked that box. Can you get a top recruit that's not a Kentucky kid?
And Steven's right about reset in January, go win the SEC and all that. That can happen when they get healthy, but I'm worried about you're going to have so many losses in the non-conference when we want to get to our real goal. What kind of seed and what kind of path are you going to have in front of you? Because you can't just keep taking losses this early in the season and expect to be in a good spot at the end of the year.
Well, thankfully, the SEC is not as strong as it was last year, or maybe you can make up some ground in the SEC season this year. All right, we'll take our break. We'll come back, go back to phone lines, 859-280-2287. Ryan, Drew, Shannon, and Stephen Peak. We'll be right back. This is KSR.
TJ Smith, personal injury attorney. Call TJ. He'll make them pay.
Now, more of Kentucky Sports Radio presented by Stockton Mortgage. Here's Matt Jones.
Welcome back to KS Bar and Grill. Lunch is going on here. $1 Wings Day at Wings Day, so come on out and see us. We can eat your feelings away. Shannon, who's this segment sponsored by?
Our friends at Cornbread Hemp. Go to cornbreadhemp.com and you can get buy two, get one free with their code CHEER and get a limited free. Or a free limited edition Cornbread Holiday Candle on orders over $90. Cornbread Hemp's Kentucky-grown wellness products are made to help you rest, relax, and actually enjoy the holiday season. From organic sleep gummies to infused seltzers that help you unwind without the hangover, there's something for everyone. Even the folks on your gift list. It'd be a great thing to get for somebody that you're shopping for the holiday season. Cornbread Hemp just opened up a brand new retail store right inside their production facility in Louisville. And you can take a tour and see firsthand how they make their products, meet the folks behind the scenes, and purchase your favorite seltzers, sleep gummies, oils, and more. And you can go to cornbreadhemp.com, use that promo code CHEER, buy two, get one free.
Green, green, green. Next car is the leader. Car on your right. All clear, all clear. There's an incident behind.